Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting here once again with the love of my life, Dustin Dopamine. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm trying to recover. You know, I had a little surgery this morning.
Work done.
Little work done.
A little work?
A little.
I thought that you were actually going to have like a longer downtime because you were doing something with your mouth.
No, thankfully it went good. Good. I'm not going to complain. I'm not in pain right now, so
praise be.
No pain meds or anything like that. So
well, Gabbie Hanna, you're probably going to wish that you had those because Gabbie Hanna is back being talked about all around social media. I think that Gabbie thought that this video was going to have more of an impact and people are going to be a little bit more shocked and like, oh my God, what is going to happen? But Gabbie Hanna is going to be on the second season of Red Table Talk with the Estefans.
Okay. I have to say something about this. Okay. And no shade to Gloria Estefan whatsoever. I love her freaking music. I did not know that they were doing a Red Table Talk because initially when I saw this going around, I hadn't seen the preview for it. And I thought that she was going to be on the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith. And I was like, damn,
which
Gabbie,
would have been iconic.
Like, yeah, that would have been iconic. Gabbie like really would have been next level. Yeah. Right. So no shade at the Estefans. I'm actually excited that they have this. So now I can go back and watch their previous ones because they probably do get shady from that preview. It
looked a little shady
because they look like they would talk about some shit.
Well, this is season 2 of the show. I don't know if it's season 2 with the Estefans or because I always see on TikTok that there's going to be another season with the Smiths as well. So I don't know if they're doing it in like for 2 separate categories on Facebook.
This is like a production from Facebook that they work with.
I think so.
Well, I mean, that's cool. But I mean, no, not knocking the Estefans at all. I just didn't know that this was a thing for them.
I think it'll still be entertaining. But the reason that people are talking about this video clip, because Gabbie Hanna was literally in it for like 1 second. She said one thing. She was like, you sound like a hypocrite. Oh, well, but she was talking to Perez Hilton.
Yeah, no, that was very interesting to me. I was actually shocked. I will give Gabbie her props. I think that Gabbie looked really good.
She did. The outfit, though, at first when I saw the video clip of Gabbie saying it's an honor to be a part of this, I thought that she dubbed herself in because it happened so quick and the lighting looked different on her than it did on everybody else. So I don't know if Gabbie is actually going to be sitting down at the table with them or if Gabbie is going to be kind of like a Zoom call that they're putting in because her outfit, people can take this how they want to take this. It was a little bit milkmaid for me.
Nick was sitting there like, what is that?
I was sitting there because it happened so quick that she was on the screen and I was like, why? It looked like her head was glowing.
No, Gabbie looked great. I will say that I was actually shocked that she snapped back at Perez the way that she did. I was kind of like taken aback by that.
Well, I kind of feel like that's not what it's going to be. I think it was a clever edit because I'm sure the Estefans, like, I would hope that before Gabbie goes on to a show like this, I mean, Gloria Estefan, she's a freaking legend. Yeah. I would hope that they would do some research and see maybe what people are involved in, all of that kind of stuff. So I don't think that it's really going to be Gabbie going after Perez Hilton. Yes, she could call him a hypocrite for getting on here to talk about cancel culture because that's what the whole entire episode is going to be about. They're going to discuss cancel culture. Yeah. And Gabbie is a good fit to talk about that because people always have Gabbie's name in their mouth, but rightfully so.
We do.
So I hope that it's not going to be Gabbie sitting down and just trying to one-sided like, oh, I'm a victim. Oh, help me. All this kind of stuff.
I don't get that vibe. I don't think that Gabbie's going to go that route. Part of me wants to think that maybe Gabbie has grown a little bit from this because there's no way that Gabbie can think that she's done absolutely nothing wrong to everyone that has ever crossed paths with her.
Gabbie could totally sit down and think that. We have witnessed Gabbie think that across social media for a good long while.
I don't want to think that. I'm hoping, I'm going to watch this. I'm hoping that there has been an amount of self-reflection there that Gabbie is kind of aware that maybe it wasn't all her, but part of it was. What's really interesting about it is after everything has happened with Trisha Paytas, I didn't really get the comparison of people saying that Gabbie and Trisha were the same person before, but now I totally kind of get it. It's kind of backwards thinking if you think about it, but I'm shook. I'm happy that Gabbie has an audience that got her onto the show, basically.
Now that this has been put out, that Gabbie is going to be on the Red Table Talk and she's going to be talking to Perez Hilton, which I have to say, I saw this clip on Perez Hilton's YouTube channel. He has 344,000 subscribers. He uploaded the video clip and it's literally titled Head to Head Perez Hilton versus Gabbie Hanna, which normally people would be interested in. People would want to click on it and they'd be like, oh, I have to see what this tea is going to be. It is a 19-second video, which would normally be a very like clickable video. People are like, what are they going to talk about? Because in my opinion, Perez is a leech of the the internet. And Gabbie, Gabbie, everyone's had their differences with Gabbie, but he has 344,000 subscribers. And I'm not trying to knock it, but 789 views in 24 hours. The way that Perez is trying to market this, like, oh, we're going to break the internet. Because I was like, maybe Perez is talking about this on his website or something. And when I Googled Perez Hilton, Gabbie Hanna, it did come up. But then I clicked on the article link and it was literally just saying, we're going to break the internet.
No, it's not going to break the internet. Now, I don't really know how hard Perez went at Gabbie Hanna. I know that I think he did make videos about her when all of this stuff was going down over the past couple of years, but I don't know the extent of what he went into it with.
It's kind of like, why would you pick Perez Hilton and Gabbie Hanna, though, to come and talk to you about cancel culture? First of all, Perez Hilton was the first. Let's call Perez Hilton the first to start with, air quotes, cancel culture. Let's all remember how he went after Britney and how disgusting he would mark on people's photos and all of that.
He got called out for a long time.
Oh, he's been called out for a good long minute. So I hope that this isn't like Perez trying to sit down and say that cancel culture is bad, because then he is a hypocrite. Because in that clip, you heard Gabbie say, oh, you sound like a hypocrite. But to me, that could have gone either way. That could have been the conversation that they were having, and then it's going to turn around to Gabbie being like, oh, no, but this is what's happened to me.
It would have been really interesting because, like you said, I don't know if the Estefans really know the depth of which this goes with Gabbie Hanna and everything that has happened with Gabbie. I will say that Gabbie finally did block me because somebody sent me her tweet, and I hadn't been blocked for the longest time, but I had Gabbie blocked. So she blocked me. But I mean, Miss Estefan, if you are willing to do an interview, I will tell you everything there is to know about Gabbie Hanna. I know Gabbie Hanna very well. Now, there is another drama channel that I'm not going to mention their name. They tweeted something out and said they could have done something better than this. And then Daniel Prada replied and said, oh, I hope they have healthy food on set.
Yeah.
So he was being shady to Gabbie.
And I think it was Manny that responded and said, like, no.
He was like, oh, girl, or oh, Daniel, or something. No, a lot of people... I think the internet is very aware of who Gabbie Hanna is, but I think the people that are going to be talking about this, unless they have really investigated and looked into Gabbie Hanna, they're going to miss things. And I think that it will allow Gabbie to slither through. And like I said before, I do think that maybe Gabbie Hanna has had some amount of self-reflection.
Well, I'm curious.
I'm
curious because I didn't see really many negative comments on the post about this on Instagram. Now, when I went to Gabbie's post on Instagram about this exact same thing, where she showed the video clip and said, it's an honor, all of that, which is an honor. Her comments on that post were limited. So I'm wondering, like, is stuff being filtered now? Or are people trying not to show certain things? Because why would you limit it? And then after I saw that it was limited, I scrolled and it was like one person basically saying that they weren't going to watch it. But I do have to say, now knowing that Gabbie Hanna is going to be on this Facebook show with the Estefans, and the fact that Trisha did that whole entire like little series where she was kind of like mocking what Gabbie did to her and all of that, I'm more surprised. And I have to give a little bit more of like a round of applause to Gabbie Hanna in the fact that she did not clap back. She did not say anything about that, and because she could have really used that to lead up to this show. I don't know if maybe she would have been nervous, like, oh, what if my episode gets pulled or what? Because this is a very large platform for Gabbie. Will I personally be watching it? No.
I'm going to watch it. That was something that I was going to say. I can only imagine the amount of restraint that took for Gabbie not to respond to Trisha, because you know how Trisha will get at someone and she'll poke and poke and poke and poke and poke. So, I mean, like you said, it could very well be a situation where Gabbie didn't want to upset the people that like produce this show. But then again, I want to think, because I don't think everyone is inherently bad, Gabbie has just been doing her paintings on TikTok, minding her business. So
is she still doing those?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, and I only know that because people tell me that. Like, I don't go searching for Gabbie Hanna or anything like that. But good for Gabbie for, like, not responding. I mean, and I know just how hard it can be not to respond to people that are just awful and vile to you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that takes a big person or some amount of growth for Gabbie not to do that, because Gabbie was calling out everybody for a long time.
But, Gabbie did say that after her series was done, that she was going to move on from the drama. So if that is actually what Gabbie did, and maybe she's doing things behind the scenes, who knows, but if that is what Gabbie did, then good for her. Congratulations. And a huge congratulations for being on the Red Table Talk.
Congratulations,
talking
Gabbie.
About cancel culture.
God, who am I? Like the other day in our video about we mentioned Gabbie, and it was about YouTubers, or was it on our
something
podcast?
About the music?
We were talking about YouTubers that can sing, and I actually said that as far as I know, Gabbie is the best YouTube singer that I've seen. So,
well, I think actually a lot of people would agree with that. I noticed from the comments comment section, because Gabbie does have some good songs.
She does.
So it's just that the attitude kind of ruins it for people.
Yeah, it does.
With all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you think that Gabbie and Perez are going to break the internet, or if you just think it's going to be a woe is me type of situation.
I don't think we're going to get that. I think Gabbie's going to surprise us.
I hope she does.
I hope she does too.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.
That was weird. I didn't know how to end the video. Bye.
Bye, guys.